Hey everybody, it's Boardman21, and today we are going to put the Werebear back together for the new patch. Entangling Roots saw a bit of a nerf. However, it is still viable. It won't give you as much mana back as it was. It won't heal you for as much as it was. But in Werebear, you can still have War on autocast and have 100% uptime it. We're going to run single patch roots. It'll still cost 5 mana, but you'll be able to get back 9 mana in the time frame as long as you stay in the patch. And running solo patch, it'll be a much bigger patch, so it's a lot easier to stay into. And with that, let's go ahead and get into the skills. For skills, we're going to be running Ice Thorns, Swipe, Entangling Roots, Summon Bear, and Werebear Form. If you do not want to run the bear, you can actually run any companion you want, and if you don't want to run any companions in the skill tree, but you do want to get the benefits from a solo companion in the passive tree, you can use one without doing its skill tree and just do Thorn Totem or something else instead, but this is how we have the setup. So with Ice Thorns, we have it to proc on hit and for auto recast and for shield, so we got 3 points in Dagger Thorns, 2 points in Brammer Armor, 4 points in Spell Thorns, 1 point in Anophilie, 1 point in Thorn Shield, 4 points in Bulb Shield, 5 points in Bark Shield. For Swipe, we're using this for some crit chance, for insta-kill or kill threshold, and for area and attack speed. We are only level 18. We have 2 more points which we're going to put into the Leech. But right now we have 1 point in Way of the Hunt, 4 points in Wingarian Reach, and 2 points in Cooling. You're going to love the kill threshold because this tends to be a slower DPS, especially on the single target build. 4 points in Battle Howl, 1 point in Aspect of the Panther, 2 points in Frenzy, 3 points in Feline Hunter, and 1 point in Apex Predator. For Entangling Roots, which has seen some changes, we're no longer running the multi-patch. We're going to be just doing the single patch, but we have full duration. They also nerfed the healing a little bit. Instead of 75 healing, you'll only be getting 50 a second, so you definitely want to have as much healing effectiveness as you can to really benefit from this, because in Werebear Form, as we have it set up, you get no health regen. So we have 5 points in Nourish, 1 point in Bountiful Harvest, 1 point in Mana Bloom. You don't need the mana efficiency because that's not even taken into effect when you use it in Werebear Form. 3 points in Imbued Sap, 3 points in Groove Master, 1 point in Reclamation, and 5 points in Lasting Briar for that maximum duration, with 1 point in Poison Ground. This final point you can put anywhere. You can give your bear a little bit of bleed chance, you can give yourself or your roots bleed chance. We just went with a little bit of poison damage. For Summon Bear, we have it in Retaliatory mode, so we have 3 points in Thick Hide, 1 point in Retaliatory Thorns, 2 points in Winged Thorns, 4 points in Tearing Thorns, 1 point in Lacerating Claws, 1 point in Thorn Bear, 2 points in Barbed Thorns, 1 point in Yursing Endurance, so that Briar Thorns has a cooldown, letting him get into the fight instead of casting from a distance, and 5 points in Nightshade Bear for that 100% poison chance. So every time he takes 30 damage, he'll cast out his Retaliatory Thorns, which have a 100% chance to poison and a 100% chance to bleed. And in Werebear Form, we have 2 points in Pummel, 2 points in Food for Thought, and the 1 point in Yursing Wisdom for that 300% global mana efficiency. This does get rid of your health regen, and if you drop below 30% health, this will indeed put you back into human form, so make sure if your health does drop that you're keeping an eye on that, because you will switch back automatically into human form. We have 3 points in Rip and Tear, 1 point in Unnerving Blow, 1 point in Hightail, 1 point in Thick Skin, 2 points in Ironhide, and 1 point in Woodwind Bear. This is what allows you every time you cast War to cast Entangling Roots. This increased the mana cost of War by 15, but as you can see with your 300% mana efficiency, ours only cost 5 to cast, and over the duration of 9 seconds you get 9 mana back on Entangling Roots. We also have 5 points in Yursing Heart. This saw a little bit of a nerf. It used to be 300 armor protections with a 30% increase for 6 points invested. It's now 5 points and you can only get 220%. And 1 point in Wizard Claws just for a little bit increased melee damage. For passives, we're running 4 points in Gift of the Wilderness, 8 points in Natural Attunement, 1 point in Primal Strength, 6 points in Survival of the Pack, 1 point in Hunter's Restoration, and 1 point in Ancient Call. In Beastmaster, it says we have 25 points, but I think we have slightly more. We have 5 points in Salvagey, 6 points in Lamprey Teeth, 1 point in Ambush, 1 point in Ardor's Loyalty, 4 points in Boar Heart, 5 points in Porskin's Constitution, and 5 points in Primal Strength. In Druid, we have 66 points. This is a level 100 characters and all quests done, so we do have the full 115 points going. In Druid, we have 6 points in Blood Claws, 8 points in Soul's Attendant, 2 points in Tremor, 1 point in Healing Totems, 5 points in Spirit Claws, 8 points in Blossoming Vines for that super high increased healing effectiveness, 5 points in Strengthened Bond because we're running one companion. We do get 50% increased armor and protections, 8 points in Woodlore for extra vitality and poison chance, 8 points in Ferocity for more global critical strike chance. The most important node in the tree, 5 points in Defense of the Heart for that 125% increased armor protections on crit. As long as you've critted it in the last 4 seconds, and with a 100% crit chance, you're always going to be critting as long as you're attacking. This is the most important node in the skill tree. We also have 2 points in Forced Fever for 30% increased physical damage on that crit strike as well, and 8 points in Soothing Slaughter so that every time we crit, we get 8 health back. And this also gives us 80% more healing effectiveness and 80% more critical strike chance. And since we're always critting, it means every hit we do will get 8 health back. So this is good healing as well. For items, we went with basically Vitality and Set Elemental. So on our jewelry, we got the Set Elemental going with Vitality. We also have Critical Strike Avoidance and then Protections. All the suffixes are going to have protections. We try to do an equal amount of each to make it really kind of equal and not have a weak spot. We have 100% Glancing Blow, we have 100% Critical Strike Avoidance, and we have super high protections. Just going to go over each chest piece. On the shield, the helm, the chest piece, and the belt, we have increased armor and protections on all of them. You can run a two-handed Sadhana for the crit chance and not use a shield. You'll have to redo the items a little bit so you can still have super high protections, but it does work. You'll do 2 to 3 times more damage with it, so it'll have faster kills, but I just really like the shield for protections. And then for the weapon, we're running the one-handed Raider Axe with passively 5% more critical strike chance, and then on it as an effect 7% more melee critical strike chance base with melee attack speed. And what this does is gives you that 12% melee critical strike base on top of all of ours. So in here you can see it says that we have a 58% global melee critical strike chance. That gets increased whenever we use a skill that has increased critical strike chance. So when we charge, that gives us another 100% crit chance, and when we swipe, that skill tree itself has more critical strike chance. So we are just about at 100% crit chance when we're actually fighting. And then as you can see, we have over 100% Glancing Blow, we have over 100% Critical Strike Avoidance. Our protections right now are just super high. Void is our weak spot. When we do a Critical Strike chance, these go up by 125%, so we're actually sitting at about 6,000 Elemental, and I think Void goes up to about 2,500 to 3,000, so it's about 74%, which is our weak spot, but still pretty potent and super defensive tank. With that, I'm just going to leave you with some gameplay. It is a slower killing build, it is super tanky, and you can stay in it for 100% uptime.